Most businesses fail for the same painful reason. People work hard, but their business still fails. They give time, they give their energy, they give their effort, but they don't get the results that they expected to get when they're started out on this journey of business ownership. And that frustration stops people in their tracks. It makes them scared and fearful that they'll never succeed in business. In this video, I'm going to show you how people actually grow successful businesses in a simple way that anyone can follow. No fancy words, no business degree needed, just clear steps and real stories that will help you win faster and avoid wasting money, time, or energy. All right, so let's get started. My first point is this. If you don't know where you're going, you'll go in circles, because success starts with a simple and clear plan. See, most people skip the plan altogether. And when you skip the plan, you plan to just wing it. Like you have no plan, so your plan is to just wing it and just see what happens. Like you're just throwing darts, right? Blindfolded, throwing darts at the wall to see what happens, right? And so when you don't have a plan, that's what happens. You're just kind of winging it. You're just kind of doing whatever that comes to mind. Let me ask you something. Whenever has winging it been the best thing that you could do? Whenever has winging it been the path to success? Yeah, you may have had some success before because you were in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and you caught a wave. And you ended up having some success. But would you say that what you did was the exact path to success? Could you repeat it over again? Could you teach that to someone else? Like, could you teach the steps of what you did to another person? If you can't, you were just right time, right place, and you did the right thing in the right moment. But if you don't know what you did, if you can't teach it to someone else, if you can't continue to follow it for the rest of your career, then it's not really a plan and you just winged it. But that's not a recipe for success. Winging it is not a repeatable and a sustainable process that you can follow over and over again. And what happens is people jump into doing 1,000 different things, 1,000 random things, and then they wonder why they are not having the success that they wish they had. And because of their lack of a plan, they do just scattered things and they end up with scattered results. But a business gets strong when the leader gets clear on a plan. Back in the late 1990s, Apple almost died. Yes, the Apple Corporation that we know today was floundering. They were making too many products. They had too many ideas, too much noise. And when Steve Jobs returned back to Apple, because they fired him years earlier, when he returned back to Apple, he didn't start with new marketing campaigns and creating more gadgets. They had enough gadgets. He created a simple plan. His plan was to cut everything down to just 4 basic products. And that one shift saved the company. It brought focus where they had so much distraction. It brought clarity when there was so much that was unclear. It brought direction where they were lost. And so the takeaway here is a simple plan beats a complicated plan every single time. If you want success, pick a clear path and stick to it. The second thing is this. People don't buy products. They buy solutions to their problems. And the point is, successful businesses solve a real problem for real people. And if you have a solution to people's problems, and if you help them to fix that problem that's bothering them, they will pay you faster than you think. Psychologists teach something called the loss aversion. And it means that people will do more to stop the pain than they will to get pleasure. This is why the creators of the Roomba, the small vacuum robot thing, it won so big. Why? Because most people hate vacuuming. It takes time, it's boring, it hurts your back, and they just hate it. And Roomba didn't just sell a product. They sold relief. They sold freedom. They sold people's time back. And so the takeaway here is, if your business removes pain, people will move towards you. If you relieve their pain, whatever their pain is, they will relieve your pain of a struggling business. And it becomes a win-win for everybody. The third thing is this: your business grows when you grow. There's a story about Jim Rohn when he was early in his career. He worked hard, but he was unsuccessful and broke. And he complained about how hard it was and how hard he was working and how he wished that the work would get easier. Now, how many of you are working hard right now? How many of you wish that that work that you're putting in would get easier? Well, Jim Rohn complained to his mentor about wishing that it were easier. And here's what his mentor told him: don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And I like that, because here's what it's saying. Here's what it's really saying. When he said don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. When you wish that it is easier, what you're doing is you're putting all of the onus on it. You're saying that your success depends on it. You're placing blame. You're shifting the blame off of you. You're not taking any responsibility, and you're putting the blame on it. You're saying it is hard. The work is hard, right? And when you do that, when you say it is hard and I wish it were easier, then you're taking the responsibility off you. When you don't think about it being easier, because it is what it is. Even if it never gets easier, it is what it is. It may not never change. But guess what? You can change. That's why it says, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better, because you can change. That thing may never change. It may always be hard. But guess what? You can change. And if you get better, then it's a possibility, strong possibility, that it will get easier. And it's not easier because it's easier. It's probably still just as hard, but now the difference is you're better. And when you're better, in your mind, it does become easier because you're better. You know what you're doing. You have wisdom. You have knowledge. You've been trained. You've done this over and over again. You've gotten better and better and better. And now that's why when you see people doing things, it looks effortless, but it's really not that it's effortless. It's that they've gotten better. And so that's why I like what his mentor said. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And that one idea changed his life. He started learning more than he had been learning. He started reading books to gain more knowledge. He started growing and getting better. And soon his thinking changed. And then guess what? His money changed as well. And so the takeaway here is your business can't grow bigger than you. Grow yourself and your business grows with you. My fourth point is this: systems save you. Because successful businesses run on systems. You see, stress is what happens when everything depends on you. But success is what happens when your business works even when you're not there. And the only way it can work when you're not there is if you have a solid system. McDonald's does not make the world's best burger. Not even close. In fact, it might be the world's worst burger. But guess what? It doesn't matter if they have the best burger in the world, because they have the world's best system. And since they have the world's best systems, they are a global empire. They've built a step-by-step process that's so simple that anyone can run that same system every day. Their systems are so simple that kids run the store. Their system is so simple that people with bad attitudes and horrible customer service are running the store. And guess what? It still doesn't matter because their system is so dialed in. And that's why McDonald's is in every country and on every continent in the world. And so what I'm trying to get you to take away here is systems make success repeatable. If you want a business that grows, build the steps, build the processes, the procedures that work the same way every time. That's why it's called a system. The fifth and last point is this: if people don't know you, they can't buy from you. The point is, successful businesses stay visible and build trust. You don't need to be famous. I'm not talking about being famous. You just need to be found. Domino's Pizza was not winning in their space because they had the best tasting pizza. They probably don't even have the best pizza. As a matter of fact, I was a Pizza Hut man myself, and I don't eat that anymore. But Domino's was winning because of a simple message: hot and fresh pizza delivered 30 minutes or less, or it's free. Simple. It was simple. It was clear. It don't get more clear than if it's 30 minutes. If it's later than 30 minutes, it's free. It doesn't get any more clear than that. It was a bold promise, and it was everywhere. They put that campaign slogan everywhere. And even though people joke about the taste of the pizza, everyone still trusted the promise. And so the takeaway is trust grows your business, and clarity grows your trust. And so be clear, be visible, and be consistent. If you want simple, clear steps to grow your business faster without wasting money or time, hit the like button, hit subscribe, drop a comment below. And if you want a full video where I break down the biggest business mistakes that owners make, tell me in the comments and I'll make that the next video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.